Hello, world. It's Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. It's about almost 7:25 in the morning Central Time. And I know this goes up at 4:30 Central Time, so some things can happen between now and premiere time. So, if stuff hits, I mention it in the comments. Um, Please remember, yes, I'm a clairvoyant clairaudient, so everything is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, form your own opinions. All the information is down in the box. The Buy Me a Cream Soda, the tip jar through PayPal, the email address if you want to schedule a private reading, and all the other stuff that YouTubers have to put up to cover our butts. And we also have the thanks buttons activated, so I'm just letting you know. Again, now I got a couple more comments. The people wanted to know, oh, what are some of the other things you find news off of? And I'm like, one channel that's popped up really recently that many of you should at least take a look at is Wildlife UK live stream. It's Wildlife UK live stream. You might want to pop over there and see what it's all about, and you may be pleasantly surprised. Okay? Now, I noticed there's a big theme in all my stuff that I was taking notes on today, and we'll get to it. Now, the first big thing is all over the states, Kammypoop has announced her second in command on the ticket. This guy, Tim Waltz. Do your digging on him. He's like, he claims to be something that he really isn't. Yeah, he was a non-com, and back in the mid-2000s, the aughts, and he was supposed to be deployed, but he decided to bail out at the last minute. But he claims he was a international war vet. No, he bailed. And this guy's from Minnesota. Now go back to 2020. Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul area was the powder keg that was ignited. And this guy, we know Kammypoop is pretty far left. She's an idiot. This guy's even worse. And yeah, there was talk about, oh, Shapiro, the governor of Pennsylvania, was supposed to be her running mate. But people forget that JoJo and Kammypoop are the puppets of Barack Hussein Obama. Barack's a Muslim. You think he's going to support a Jew? Hell no. He needs someone who could, they needed a white male to balance out the ticket. So they got the idiot from Minnesota who, let's put it this way, allowed everything to explode. He supports the BLM. He was pushing for, during the C-19 bullshit, providing a phone number. If you see somebody breaking the mandates, you call. Gee, isn't that the old Gestapo tactics? I mean, yeah, he had the hotline for C-19 violations. He switched the flag to the state flag of Minnesota to basically reflect his little toy, Ilhan's, Somalia. I mean, Minnesota, basically thanks to him and that idiot Omar, is basically turned into Somalia East. Do you want that across the rest of the United States? Yeah. He and Kammypoop are very, very pro-Muslim extremist. And they want to they are very socialist. They basically want to turn the United States into a communist country. And under the leadership of Barry Soetoro. But Barry keeps forgetting that, but those two idiots keep forgetting that if they somehow manage to steal control of my country, you won't have anybody, because you're going to eliminate your entire workforce, and you're going to have a bunch of undereducated idiots basically wiping their asses with banana peels. And take a look at San Francisco, take a look at the state of Minnesota, what kind of messes they're in, and that's how it will be everywhere. Now, we've got, even now, it's like these, watch, the stuff coming out, the directives coming out of Tehran are getting more disgusting on a daily basis. I mean, they had ordered a bunch of pro-Palestinian idiots to go protest at a theater, a live event theater, for a stage performance of Fiddler on the Roof. Yeah. Anything that has any connection to the Jewish faith, these Muslims, these extremists, these members of the military of the Islamic Republic of Iran's army are going after. And they've suckered in these stupid alphabet soup characters across Western Europe and the United States and Canada to help with their little pro-Palestine bullshit. But these alphabet soup idiots don't realize that the mullahs, the Islamic clerics, are laughing at them. They're like, yeah, okay, do our dirty work for us right now, but when we take power, you'll be the first to go. There's a channel called Atheist Republic. They did a nice little video on some clerics speaking the truth about what they plan on doing with the alphabet soup pro-Palestine idiots. But of course, if it's not on TikTok, the pro-Pala idiots don't pay attention. Because he did say what they're planning on doing. You see, the bad boys always give us a heads up and let us know what's going to happen, what their plans are, before they go into formation. Yeah, they've put this new guy, Yahya Sinwar, as the new head of Hamas. Be ready. He's already been in touch with Blinken. You know, this corrupt government's Secretary of State. Blinken is basically just the messenger between Muslim Barry and Tehran. And yes, Blinken is allowing more shit to hit the fan. And it wouldn't surprise me that, you see, it's now coming out that But, okay, stuff that went to the Ukraine is being fed into Pakistan. And Pakistan is sending it right to Iran. All sorts of supplies. And stuff needed to continue to supply the army of the Islamic Republic. Remember, these are the Shiites. And it's now coming out that some Pakistani idiots, some Pakis, had put a plan into motion to send Donald to heaven. But the punky kid from another group kind of quashed their plans, made it a mess. Because you've got a couple rival factions going here, struggling for control over the U.S. You got the boys out of Tehran and the boys in Barry's bunker. Those are true mortal enemies. And of course, then you got to toss in the Vatican. Because the Vatican is the major mastermind of the alleged Christians. Just do your homework on the Catholic Church, and you'll see how misogynistic and how controlling it really is. But yeah, we've got Pakistanis still trying to do something, and they'll want to do something to Donald. And they're all upset, especially because JD the other day gave an interview, and he said, come on, we got to kick out Kammypoop. Don't give her a job promotion. She's made a mess of any big corporation that you go and work for. If you aren't doing your job, you're not going to make it past the 90-day probation. But we've got a bunch of idiots tolerating her. And people have allowed themselves to become brainwashed. Well, hey, people are starting to get their heads out of their butts. And people are starting to wake up. And on the 19th here, it's going to start getting explosive, but yesterday I did go down to the main post office to get my mail. And this one lady was standing there with her phone trying to figure out how to get someplace from Union Station, and I gave her the correct directions because, of course, Google Maps they don't take in consideration road construction, okay? And I'm like, whoa, she had come in off the train, off of the Amtrak, and she had a ton of stuff. She goes, yeah, had to get in early because I have to be here for the convention. I'm like, holy shit. But they're already, people are already coming in and capturing the budget hotel rooms to be part of the mess. Big time. It's a big time mess. But we know we're a political mess. Europe is getting worse. Stuff in the UK, it's going to get a lot worse before Charles says enough is enough. One of his pride and joys will have to be damaged. And once the idiots damage something that is a pride and joy to Charles, that's when he's going to disband Parliament. And they're going to desecrate a statue of some sort or a monument. And that's when Charles is going to say, enough is enough. You don't do that. It might end up happening right after, Remembrance Sunday. They all go to that monument and lay down wreaths. that monument may be the one that is going to be desecrated by these idiots. And that's when Charles is going to say, enough is enough. It's going to be something dear to his heart that'll be desecrated. Then he's going to put his foot down and say, no more. It's over. You guys, we're locking these guys up. I mean, they're starting to pull the military out, but they know they're overwhelmed. It'll take for something bad, something really to be desecrated before Charles says, we're pulling out the big guns and we're going to put an end to this nonsense. In another country, I've been watching it, and I haven't made a big noise about it, but Bangladesh, yeah, that's right there now, that's in a total mess. It's basically, again, Muslim versus not. But the one good thing about them being in a total mess, have you noticed the lack of robocalls and people calling up for bullshit reasons on your cell phones? The telemarketing has kind of dropped off. I mean, I was getting at least 2 to 5 stupid calls a day. But now that all hell is broken loose in Bangladesh, I might get a robocall once every other day. Yeah. Keep that in mind. But yeah, we need to keep your eyes open, folks, because they're going to try all sorts of dirty tactics. But like I said, they always tell us ahead of time what they're going to do. And what they are doing is they're using the playbook from 100 years ago, 90 years ago. Go back to 1924. Go back to 1934. Tehran is repeating history. They've just included another religious denomination into it. Instead of just going after the Jews, they're going after every Catholic Christian on earth also. That's what's going on. Remember, Kammypoop basically helped to destroy the state of California. Take a look at San Francisco. It's a dead city. It's now worse than Detroit. Blinken is basically going around all over the Middle East saying, yeah, this is what we've got, so our enemies know everything. Blinken is a traitor. He's worse than Benedict Arnold. Too bad we can't bring back the old traitor's death from the 1500s of England. Drawn, quartered. That would almost be too good for the guy. Yeah. But this morning, it's like I was up at 3:30 and I start going through the news channels because it's like mid-morning news in Europe. And yeah, they're having a little bit of fit about the one person who got booted off of one of the Olympic teams. Well, yeah, if you're a wrestler, you have to maintain your weight. It was kind of questionable. Plus, you got those idiots in the boxing ring. Remember back, what was it, a while back, they took the medals away from the Russians and gave it to that other couple? Jamie Saleh and something like that? Just wait. In a few days, there's going to be a lot of shit hitting the fan. And the Olympic Committee is going to have to strip people of their gold medals and give it to and actually possibly redo some of the events. Or strip medals from that category completely because there was never a fair chance, fair competition. The Olympics are going to be a mess. Medals will be yanked. The next Summer Olympics will be under such tight scrutiny, and they are going to decide things on biological chromosomes. What chromosomes you have, that's where you compete. Yeah. And something weird I noticed. Now, I did have to switch doctors because of something. And the old doctor kept pushing for me to do this. They send you the test kit at home and then you mail it back to them. Well, I started looking at the fine paperwork of this poop test that you put all the stuff in and mail it off. In the fine print, it says that they also do a DNA analysis to see if you have genetic tendencies. Yeah. So if anyone's getting that box, their doctor mailing them this box, that you follow the directions and then you send off a sample of your own poop, that company is doing it, saving your DNA. Yeah. I mean, that's being pushed by a lot of lefty doctors along the way. Kammy and Timmy want everybody to have ID, facial recognition IDs, so they can identify and track every single one of your movements. I know, I make sure that I keep the location. If I'm leaving the house, I turn the cell phone off. I only turn it on when I need it. Some people are like, oh, you missed my call. I go, yeah, because I turned the phone off. I don't need, and I learned how to take the battery out. Or I wrap it up in, I have something that I can wrap it up in that stops even the whatever blocking on it. But yeah, yeah, I've got to get going. I need to do some stuff today. It's like, yeah, I'm still on the apartment hunt. It's kind of sick because, yeah, when I had the accident that caused me to be disabled, yeah, my credit took a big hit. And I've been working on getting it built up, but because it's for one building, because I'm 2 points shy of their cutoff. I go, gee, if you wait 30 days, when the next time the credit card kicks in, it's going to be up another 10 points. But they're like, no, if you aren't having this, we can't rent to you. Oh, so what if you're disabled and your income is only X? Well, we won't rent to you, even though you've got the housing voucher and you've got your guaranteed rent. Well, we want people of a certain economic status in the building. I'm like, these landlords are whacked. I can see where they're coming from, but they got to wake up to reality. They've got to. So, yeah, I'll be making some more phone calls, setting up more appointments, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So, but yeah, everyone have a good evening. I'll let you know what happens in the comments. So, remember, hey, there's the cream soda tip jar. Email me if you want a reading, and yeah, the next video is going to go up on Friday. So, everyone have a good evening. Catch you later. Bye-bye.